I'd like to ask one more question if I could before you cut things off. And I'd like to have Madeleine talk more about her plans. This gentleman's concerned about what might happen to these horses if the BLM is removed from all of this, and we're still going to have an issue. Madeleine has come up with a proposal that would take care of a lot of that, and she's having trouble getting it pushed through. And I'd like to get an update from her as to what's going on.
Were you here at the beginning of this press conference?
Yes, I was.
Okay, all right.
But I'd like her to
She very articulately addressed that, but have at it, Madeleine.
Okay. Well, and I appreciate the question because I felt that I needed to come up not only with a solution, but it had to be a viable solution financially too. And that's why I've asked the BLM to be a partner with us. I bought the land, it's in a foundation. Whatever stipend we receive, we cannot just put in our pockets and forget to feed the horses or go away on vacation. It has to go into the foundation to take care of the land. And, I realize America wants to see this. We would have so many things for children to do. The Boy Scouts of America want to come, and so we came up with covered wagon rides so you could go into the sanctuary and not ride a car or an ATV. Photography classes, creative writing workshops, painting workshops for people and children, internships, school trips, campfires, storytelling, staying overnight. We've got these 1,000-foot teepees coming so that kids can stay in there. Horseback riding, Mustang lookout point, up close and personal opportunities with Mustangs, arts and crafts, stargazing and astronomy, wilderness survival, archery, rock climbing, Boy Scouts jamborees, land never stops giving. That's the thing, our water is precious to us, but our resources, the horses, something that is nasty and feral to certain people. I asked Clay Nanini from Nevada, who was my realtor and is now, helping me with this project. I said, what is it? He said, it's like religion, Madeleine. They've grown up with it. They like to hate the horse. They don't want to change. They're comfortable with that. And I don't know how to tell them that the world has changed and it's not about hating anymore. It's about appreciating what we have. We're at an age where we're losing so much because we have become generic. And we need to go back and start again and quit hating the horses. We need cattle, but we can all get along if we could just stop that rhetoric and try to make it work. We can make it work with everybody. I went to a mining company in Nevada and I said, would you join us? Would you be part of the foundation? Let's go back and explain a little bit about the history of mining. Yes, we don't like the way the lands is being desecrated, but if you don't get together and make friends and talk about it, you're just fighting and you're getting nowhere and it's hurting our horses. We have to make friends. I would love to make friends with the cattlemen. That's why I say cowboy poetry. Come to, our land at Mustang Monument, because I've already got the name Mustang Monument for us. So, I don't know. As far as us, I know that Bob Abbey did come out and say that he's not going to do the sanctuary, but then when I did meet with him a couple of weeks ago in Washington, he said he was misquoted. So I think that's nice. So we're back on the page again. But, we are different from long-term holding. I want the horses to roam freely where they came from and where they should be, and not without any transparency as they are in long-term holding. I'm very concerned when you give a private individual the money. You don't ever know. They die, the kids don't want to do it anymore, hardships happen. We must protect the horse. And we have an opportunity now. It's the right time. This country doesn't have the money. If they would just let me run with it, we could create one that would house all of the horses that they have in long and we don't need to touch long-term holding. They have their contracts, but short-term holding, we need to empty that out, and we can. They just have to agree to want to do it and stop coming up with what if.
Madeleine, will you be having burros on your sanctuary?
The question is, would there be burros on your sanctuary, Madeleine?
Pets.
What?
Yes, of course.
Michael wants to have 30 seconds. I like this picture of John Wayne with the flag. I was talking to a lady who's here from Phoenix, Karen, and she's doing classes and so forth with children, and she said they didn't know who John Wayne was, but they knew who Cloud was. Okay, Michael, and then we really do have to get out of
I
this.
just want to conclude by saying that at the end of the 1800s, a great Indian chief was asked why all the Indians were killed and why they were removed and put in barless prisons for the last 100 years. And he told everybody, we were in the way. So were the wolves. They were in the way. We killed over 5 million of them. The buffalo were in the way. We killed over 30 million of them. The wild horses and the burros are in the way. That's why they've been killed by the United States of America. The fact of the matter is, as I said before, we are related to life on Earth. And with wild horses, it's so simple and so real that anybody that has ever seen them for any period of time remembers what they've seen for the rest of their lives. Because the wild horse women, they don't say, I've got to have a boyfriend. They don't say, I've got to have a husband. They say, I got to find the best guy around. And they do. And the best guy around, what he does, he takes care of people. He breeds, brings young people into the world along with the women, and he takes care of his sons and daughters. He protects his herds from being hit by anybody. What do the women do? They lead the herd to water and food and so on. That's what the women do. And why are they overpopulated? Because the BLM takes the herd stallions, castrates them, kills them, or sends them to slaughter. Who comes in? The bachelor herds, who have wanted to have sex with anybody forever. And they come in and breed with all the young kids. And the horses overpopulate because of the Bureau of Management doing it. That's why they overpopulate. At any rate, adios. I'll see you later.
That was a summary of the 3 Cloud films by Michael Blake. Thank you all for coming, and we hope to see you tonight at the Candlelight Vigil. Thank you.